If you're new here, welcome. My name is Habib and I'm a Ugandan American visiting all 54 countries before I turn 54. In this video, I'll take you around the West African nation of Ghana, which has become a popular tourist destination for travelers from the USA. I didn't arrange the accommodation for this trip. My friends picked an Airbnb on Spintex Road. But as I've said before, I'm not a massive fan of Airbnb just because I do not like cooking. In Accra, our first stop was the Black Star Square. It's also known as the Independent Square. It's between Accra Sports Stadium and Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park. Annual independence celebrations are held at this square and it's a great place to take some photos. The next stop is the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park. It's a place to pay homage to Ghana's first president and learn about his life and legacy. The tour will take about roughly an hour, if I recall. In Accra, you better take advantage of the famous Makola Market. I recommend the market for all your shopping needs while you're in Accra. I always find African markets entertaining. There is always something going on.
So every day you polish it. Has someone bought some?
Don't worry, I polish it. I just give you them.
How many have you sold?
Like 4.
This is your chance to price haggle with the vendors, which can be fun. The following day, we headed over to Cape Coast Castle. Just a side note, if you're going to go to this place, please try to wake up really early because the traffic in Accra is insane. Please plan on leaving Accra at about 6 in the morning at the latest. It took us about 3 hours to get there. Cape Coast Castle is one of the 40 slave castles in West Africa. It was initially a Portuguese trading post established in 1555. It is an underground dungeon, a space of terror, death, and darkness. This is where you'll find the door of no return. You'll also learn about slavery and all the living conditions slaves lived in before they were shipped across the Atlantic Ocean. Just outside the Cape Castle is a small fishing port. Feel free to step out and interact with the locals in that area. About an hour away is Kakum National Park, one of the most visited attractions in Ghana. It is approximately 145 square miles and was gazetted as a national park in 1992. The major attraction here is the Canopy Walk. If you fear heights, this is definitely not your place. It is quite a thrill walking on the bridges that are shaking and are just made of wood and rope.
So we're gonna go around that?
Yeah.
Do the side there where it's not even.
Our next stop was the Aburi Botanical Gardens located in the eastern region of Ghana. It was opened in March 1890 and was founded by Governor William Bradford Griffith and Dr. John Farrell Esmond, a Sierra Leonean medical doctor. Tree species such as silk cotton, mahogany, cedar, silver oak, and many more are found in the garden. Given its geographical position on the mountain with various tropical tree species, Aburi has become a haven for both foreign and local tourists.
We have just arrived at the Aqua Safari Lodge. It is about a 2-hour drive from Accra, and apparently it's a resort, so let's go check it out. See, definitely something to do when you are in Ghana. Can't wait to see what they have.
Can I say hello?
Oh, yes, hello. This is Charles. Charles has been driving us everywhere, and I'm sure he's just so tired of us now.
Accommodation at Aqua Safari is in the mid-range, which is not bad. The resort boasts several experiences, including Segway rides, kayaking, canoeing, and cycling. At night, they have a massive bonfire that you can have with marshmallows. My first activity was the jet ski. This lasted for about 30 to 35 minutes.
How fast do you normally go? Very much.
After that, we went to the bar for drinks and went on a sunset boat cruise with my friends. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it took us to a crocodile farm island.
I said this is where the Atlantic Ocean joins the Volta River.
Okay, this is where it meets.
It's called the estuary.
Okay, estuary, yes.
That's where there's a lot of turbulence, right?
Yes, there's a lot of turbulence.
So you can't go there with this type of
This type of boat. You can only go there with a speedboat.
Now approaching the Crocodile Island.
The Crocodile Island, yeah.
Yeah, so apparently there are crocodiles here. Can't wait to see that.
Yeah. They are in a pond.
When we returned to the resort, I took advantage of the pool in the evening and sat around the bonfire and ordered more drinks. Without hesitation, I prioritized scheduling a massage for the following day after breakfast before driving back to Accra. This was much needed for this trip. The town of Kumasi was our next stop. Kumasi is about a 40-minute flight from Accra with Precision Air. I used my Priority Pass benefits at the Andrika Lounge at the domestic terminal. This lounge has seen its days. It could have been better, but oh well, you know what? It was free.
When instructed to use songs with the
During our trip to Kumasi, we opted to stay in a low-budget hotel. I was taken aback by the amount of dust in this city. During our visit to Kumasi, we took a tour around the town where we visited the market and browsed through unique items and souvenirs that we took back home.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. All right. No problem. No problem.
I couldn't resist. I just could not resist the temptation of trying out street food, and it was well worth it. We then headed to Manhia Palace Museum. The palace is the Ashanti's seat and his official residence. This is why you aren't allowed to take pictures inside this building. A little history: it was first established in 1925. The museum currently provides fair insight into the culture of Ashanti land and Ghana's cultural legacy from before its colonization by Great Britain. We returned to Accra and then spent some time at Labadi Beach. This is one of Ghana's most famous beaches.
They are not parking. They are not parking. You drop them, then go.
Unfortunately, the first thing I noticed at Labadi Beach was the trash. This to me is always heartbreaking and a common find on West African beaches that are close to the country's capital city. I have concluded that the beaches in East Africa are much cleaner than those in West Africa. Do you guys agree? One of the main activities of the beach is horse riding. You'll find a lot of kids here trying to get you to ride their horses as they hustle. And yes, I did support one of them.
Bro, not now. When the sun is down, I will take. No, I will take. No. Don't worry. Don't worry. I know. No. I promise you. Number 5. I promise you. We will ride. We are 3 people there. We shall ride.
Yes,
I promise you. Believe me. You believe me? Okay. Believe me. We shall do it. Okay. Thank you. Hello. What is your name? Enoch. All right. Where are you from, Enoch? Kabadi. Okay. Cool. What is your horse's name? Kato. Okay. How old is he? He or she? She. How old is she? 5 years. Oh, okay. How long has she been here on the beach? 2 years. Okay. Perfect. All right.
Aside from that, the beach is very entertaining with bars and music. Labadi is an excellent hangout spot with many vendors trying to sell you stuff, of course. The beach gets busier and busier as the sun begins to set. Our evening ended with visiting one of Accra's many nightclubs and lounges. I find Accra very similar to Kampala in Uganda. People here party daily. Anyway, it was our time to leave Ghana and return to the United States. My conclusion: Ghana is a very popular destination. Many Americans are visiting this country, especially during the New Year holidays for Dirty December. There is something here for everyone. On a side note, for those who haven't visited any country in Africa before and are thinking of doing it, there are so many other countries that are kind of similar to what is being offered in Ghana. If you've been to Ghana, are there other places you recommend visiting? Please leave them for all of us to see in the comments. But until then, safe travels everyone.